Shalom. All praise is due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash, double honors to the elect Apostle Bishop Elders at Great Millstone every well. Shalom to elect Akal News for sincerity and truth, and not for vainglory in season out of season. All right, I just want to bring this out. I was just watching a video of Vocab Malone. Okay, it was recent, you know what I'm saying, a couple of days ago. He was talking about Acts, the 2nd chapter. You know what I'm saying? So he was talking about another chapter, I think of 1 Corinthians, about speaking in tongues. When you go into the scripture, the tongues, when you go into the Greek, okay, and that word tongues, it just means different languages, right? So he said that. He didn't say when you go into the Greek, but he said they heard the other nations heard their own languages, or they heard their languages of whatever nation they were living in, right? Whatever country, because as we know that that Israel was scattered through the four corners of the earth, right? James 1:1, okay? To the 12 tribes that are scattered abroad, greeting, right? So, but what he said also too is, oh well, this shows you that when you go down to Acts 2nd chapter and the 9th verse, he gives you all these other heathen nations, right? Parthians and Medes and Elamites and the dwellers in Mesopotamia and in Judea and Cappadocia and Pontus and in Asia, right? So he's trying to say that that proves that the gospel was given to all the different nations, and that's a lie. That's a lie. That's not true. Okay, all these Israelites, okay, these Jews, so-called Jews. We not say so-called Jews because the J didn't come into the English language until the I believe the 15th century. Okay, all right. But the real Jews, which are black men, okay, all right. These are not actually Parthians and Medes and Elamites. These are the real Jews, man, which are black men, okay. And when he went to proselyte, he said, oh yeah, well, those are the Jews. Of course, the majority of them was going to be Jews, but the gospel shows that, see, all these heathen nations can receive the gospel. No. Let's read the 5th verse. Okay. All right. This is Acts, the 2nd chapter and the 5th verse. It says, and there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men, out of every nation under heaven. Okay. So these were the Jews, so-called black men, out of every nation under heaven. These are not heathen nations, man. These are the Jews that were coming from all the other nations that they was coming from. Okay? All right? To come to the high holy day. Okay? All right? To the day of Pentecost. Okay? All right? So, but he's going to say that. Why? Because he's just being the devil. Okay? He's just being Satan, man. That's all that is. No. The heathen nations are not the men of the Lord. Okay? You have to be an Israelite. Okay? You have to be of one of the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay. Okay. So these Parthians and Medes and Elamites, they were Jews out of every nation under heaven. So these are black men coming out of these different heathen nations. And being that they was and scattered abroad. Israel is scattered abroad. They were speaking the languages of whatever heathens they were around. Okay? All right? That's why the scriptures say, you know, ye were Gentiles, carried away by these dumb idols. Ye were Gentiles, because that's not their nationality. All right? If you have a so-called black man, Latino, Native American man, and he's sleeping with a bunch of heathen women, what are the sons and daughters going to come out as? They're going to come out as Israelites. Okay? Because the father, you're determined by your nationality. Your nationality is determined by who your father is. Okay? All right? So I just wanted to bring that out. Cretes and Arabians, we do hear them speak in our tongues the wonderful works of Yahweh. All right? So, I mean, you know, but he's going to try to spin it. But, hey, listen. And there's many scriptures to prove it. All right? Matter of fact, let me get James 1:1. Just to back it up. Okay. James, a servant of Yahweh and of the Lord Yahweh Shai, to the 12 tribes with which are scattered abroad, greeting. Okay? All right? So the 12 tribes are scattered abroad. All right? You know? And there's many other scriptures that go into that. All right? So with that, hope you've been edified. Shalom.